Hi everyone, it's Simone Watson. I keep not knowing where to look. Okay. So I'm sorry, it's really late in the day, and the past two Saturdays I've gone live like sometime in the afternoon, maybe early evening, and now it's like 8 o'clock and I'm going live. And I'm hoping not to be really here for too long because I just had a writing epiphany. Sort of. I don't know if epiphany is the word for it. I'm gonna go with epiphany. So, um, yeah, I'm trying not to stream for too long, but I guess I'll just talk to y'all a little bit. And yeah, so yeah, it felt weird to like let the whole Saturday go by, and I'm like, I just had this writing epiphany. Okay, what's my point? My point is, I have been since the beginning of NaNoWriMo. Have been writing my NaNoWriMo project, of course, but then, oh, hi! Uh, Words fall. My word count is, I think my nano word count is 6,787. So it's pretty low. And my Voices on Fire word count is 1,350. So in total, oh my gosh, math, right? In total, like 8,000, a little around 8,000. What about you? You doing Nano? How's it going? Oh yeah, so I've been writing scenes on the Red Letter Law sequel and not counting them towards my word count. Even though, I was talking to a friend about it and she was like, you should totally count like your Red Letter Law sequel scenes because you are writing fiction in November, so you should probably count those towards your total. And I was like, I do understand how that could work, but I was scared that if I started counting those words, I would be tempted to just like stall and procrastinate on my nano project. Oh my gosh, you're at 19,000. That's great. I guess you're around where, yeah, like in a few days. What is today? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so tomorrow we're supposed to be at 20,000, I guess. Yeah, so good job. Words fall. I think I know your name and I can't remember, is it Amber? Yeah, it's 20,000, yeah. So that's the goal by tomorrow. Um so Autumn, I'm sorry, Autumn. I'm really sorry. Yeah, so because I'm still behind on it. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm having such a hard time getting to my point. No, it's because uh you got called Amber. I got called everything that because I'm Simone spelled with a C. I've been called Kamani. Yeah. Um so I sympathize. I empathize. Yeah. So the basic thing that happened is I've been writing scenes for the Red Letter Law sequel, and I still kind of had a blank space in Red Letter Law because the, don't laugh at me, but 11th draft, the 11th draft of Red Letter Law has been in the works for a really long time, like since July. And there was just some stuff about it that I wasn't sure about. And I was like, I don't know. I want blah to happen, but I don't know if that should happen. And it's just kind of this whole dilemma. And I feel like today I have come to a decision about that dilemma in Red Letter Law, the original, which makes me so happy. Because this is something I've been trying to decide for 3 months, y'all. I mean, 3.5, 4 months probably. That I've been like, I don't know, like I'm gonna try and fix this part, but then I don't know if it's gonna lead to blah and blah and blah and blah. And I feel like I have pretty much come to a decision. Hopefully I won't start doubting it tomorrow. And if I do, I'll just be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep it this way and then give it to the beta readers and whoever and sensitivity readers and blah, 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 blah. But it is a sensitivity type of issue, which is why it's been so hard because it feels like more of a moral issue, not like not what makes the story entertaining, but more so what makes the story not send a message other than what I want it to send. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I really have come to a point where I'm like, I get it. I get how it's going to make sense, and it can be the way that I want it to be without it being, like, totally problematic and, like, whack, for lack of a better way to do that. And I can't really tell you guys how much of a relief that is, because I feel like now that that is off of my mind, I can go ahead and cathartically write whatever scenes in the sequel I feel like I need to write because they're still stuck in my mind and going, hey, Simone, write us, blah, 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 blah. Y'all know how that is. When you're trying to write one thing and something else is like, write me, ah. So anyway, I go ahead and write those scenes, and then hopefully that can make a clearer path toward my Nano project getting done, because my mind won't be trying to divide itself among multiple things. Hopefully. So yeah, then my Nano project can get done by the end of November. And that would be great. So for now, I am still only counting my Nano project words toward Nano. I could think about doing it the other way, but I just kind of want to motivate myself to catch up with my actual Nano project, because I do want it to be a full-length draft. And the thing is, if I start counting all of my words in that and the RLL sequel, I'm scared that my Nano project is going to end up only being like 10,000 words by the end of the month. And then it won't be NaNoWriMo anymore, and sad face. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I feel like I have more to talk about concerning writing, but because it's going to be Monday in 2 days, and I usually do writing goals on Monday, and like writing goals and or manuscript Monday and or writing updates on Mondays, that kind of seems like trying to get people to join NaNoWriMo. Oh, if you're watching this later, Autumn says she's trying to get people to join. Are you getting people in your real life friends to join NaNoWriMo? I said that to someone at physical therapy the other day. I was like, you should do NaNoWriMo. You should write a novel in a month. And she was like, actually, I hate writing. Oh, you're trying to get people to join the live stream. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, well, I'll be here. I guess I'll be here for a couple more minutes. That is like so nice. Yeah, I'll stay here for a couple more minutes because I'm sorry. I hope that's not really weird and distracting, that weird hand motion that I was just doing. What were we talking about? Yes, I will stay here for a few more minutes so that we can, so we can kind of chat a little bit. And I really appreciate that, Autumn. Thank you. It's really nice. Yeah. Writing. Oh, yeah. So the title of the live stream, I guess, is When Writing Projects. I can't even remember the title of my own live stream. When Writing Projects Help You Write Other Writing something. Something about that. Something about, yeah. So that is, I think the weird thing about writing and when you're trying to like do it long term is knowing when to switch projects and when to just stay with the project that you're on, And like, so I wrote Red Letter Law a year ago. Wow, it's been a whole year since that was finished. I wrote Red Letter Law from July 24th to November 2nd. I have mentioned this before, but I was trying to finish it by October 31st so that I could start the sequel on November 1st for NaNoWriMo, because I had no idea that I wouldn't want to do that at all. So I didn't finish Red Letter Law by October 31st. November 1st, I started Furlough, which is very different from Red Letter Law. Red Letter Law takes place on Mars. It is a space opera. Furlough is a young adult contemporary. They're both young adult. But anyway, I started Furlough November 1st, and then I had not done any planning. And it wasn't really the lack of planning that was the problem with Furlough, I don't think. I think the problem was I felt like I needed to get to know the world in which it took place a little bit better before I wrote more of it. Planning might have helped, I don't know, but I just felt like there's this whole world there, and I just haven't explored it yet, and like in my mind or on paper, I just haven't really explored that world. So I really kind of got stuck with that project. And when I got stuck with Furlough, before I even got stuck with Furlough, around the 9th, I did start the Red Letter Law sequel by accident. By which I mean I was just walking around thinking about the Red Letter Law series in general and thought of some scenes, and I was like, well, as soon as I think of a scene, I have to write it, because that was my rule when writing Red Letter Law, so that I don't let the scenes just float out of my mind. I have to write them as soon as I think about them. So that's what happened with the sequel, which I'm trying not to say the name of. It has a name, but I'm trying not to say the name so that eventually I can surprise y'all. Oh no, my phone needs to be charged, but it's not dead, so I'm just gonna keep going. What was... Yeah, so, okay, so I started the sequel, that was the thing. I started the sequel like November 9th, but I don't know if I was planning to count those words. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. I can't remember. I started another book, tentatively called Camel Book. That's the nickname for it. It doesn't really have a title, but that one was a children's chapter book, and I had fun writing that one, but I also stopped that one at some point, and then I just like totally gave up on NaNoWriMo last year, because I was like, my mind is so stuck on Red Letter Law and like editing Red Letter Law and querying Red Letter Law. I was querying too early. This is the thing. You shouldn't skip the beta reader phase. I mean, I don't recommend you skip the beta reader phase, because that's what I did. I skipped the beta reader phase and went straight to querying, because I was like, oh my gosh, I have to query this and I have to have an agent immediately and blah, blah, blah. I was in a hurry, you know, like a lot of new writers are. So anyway, I was doing all that and was so stressed out over it. I was like, I don't need to do Nano, blah, 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 blah. And so finally, I got so stressed out over Red Letter Law because I changed a major character's name. I got so stressed out over Red Letter Law. Sorry, I dropped you. I mean, I dropped the phone. That was weird. Did I zoom in? What the heck? Oh, yes, I did. Okay. I'm sorry. This is turning into the weirdest live stream in the history of the world. So I'm probably gonna get off in like 2 minutes, because it's just I don't know. What was my point? Yes. So the point is, on November 21st, I started writing Tethered, which was one thing where I just like had the idea for it and started writing it like a couple hours after having the idea. And the thing is, I got back to the point of writing being fun and writing being a way to relieve stress rather than a way to stress myself out more. Rather than being something to stress over, it was the thing that helped me de-stress, you know, because I was writing Tethered. And I wrote a ton and ended up winning NaNoWriMo with the total of Tethered and Furlough and the Camel Book and just everything, just like everything that I wrote in November, including possibly some poetry. All of that totaled 50,011 words. So I did win NaNoWriMo. And so the kind of thing that I was remembering recently, because I was watching, I think it was Kate Kavanaugh, who did a video yesterday about like day 10 and like how you can hit like a roadblock with NaNoWriMo. I will link that video. Sorry, I will link that video because it was so helpful to me. It was like really encouraging, and yeah, it just reminded me of last year of how, yeah, I totally did run out of steam, and yeah, I totally did completely stop doing Nano and still ended up winning, but it wasn't really the winning that was the fun part. It was the writing that was the fun part, as cheesy as that might sound. Yeah. So now I am at a point where I am just relieved to kind of know where to go with my hello. Oh my gosh, no. I do not want to get you in trouble at work, but okay. Yeah. We're just talking about writing stuff so that you can write other stuff, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. So yes, now that I can cathartically, hopefully, make the proper changes in Red Letter Law, and now that I have the changes in Red Letter Law on the brain, I'm able to perhaps write scenes in the sequel out of that, and then come back to my Nano project. Baby, okay. How are you, Jazz? How is your Nano going? I always feel awkward waiting for someone to answer a question, because I'm like, oh, I have to keep talking so that I don't just like sit here in the silence. Oh, but yeah, so the point here is sometimes you do need to take a break from one project and go to another one and then come back to the new one with fresh perspective, because I have since returned to Furlough and returned the Camel book, sort of, even though that one's not done, and Furlough was not done. But yeah, sometimes going and writing something different can help you when you come back to the main thing. There are also other times where you just have to stick with what you're writing. So it's just kind of a balancing act. Yeah. Jazz knows where I'm coming from, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not stopping Nano. I'm not going to stop Nano. I mean, my current plan is not to stop the Nano project, which still doesn't have a name. Poor thing. It's not to stop the Nano project to do the Red Letter Law sequel or to even fix Red Letter Law, but it is just to, like, now that I know how to fix Red Letter Law, I can stop agonizing over it, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, no, I definitely can. I definitely can. It's not going to be bothering me so much. But yeah, how are you doing, Jazz? Everything good? I'm sorry, I keep making funny faces, and I mean to not do that. Ugh. We're at 16:13. You been okay? That's cool. Yeah, so I think I'm going to stop this at somewhere between 17 minutes and 17:30. Nano. Yes, Nano is kicking a lot of people's booty, so I would not despair over that. I am going to link that video by Kate Kavanaugh. I think it's by Kate Kavanaugh, and it's just helpful. You're also getting important things done? That's good. Yeah, that's really good. There are crickets chirping right now, and usually that's like annoying to me because I live in Florida where sometimes the crickets get really loud at night. Sometimes that's annoying to me, but right now it's like peaceful, you know? I like it. I like to listen to the ocean when I write sometimes, like, or any kind of nature. No, mainly the ocean, sometimes campfire sounds. If you've never tried campfire sounds, like, they're pretty calming, well, at least to me. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm actually about to end this live stream because yeah. So, yeah, bye. Talk to you later. Yeah, I'm going to do a writing update on Monday anyway. So, I'll just see y'all if anyone's watching. I will just see you on Monday and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye. Finish? Okay.